had Google Maps, working all for US and UK. I live in UK and in England. I've been using it extensively. So every time I used to go, just pan a little bit and look at the Pakistan map, and it used to be like this, and I was like, there should be something, why Google don't have data for Pakistan or something, how we can do this. So as you can see, after the launch of MapMaker, it was like, slowly it started appearing up, different things, as you can see. We have boundaries, cities, and the water rivers, and slowly all the localities and everything, and that's what we have today. That's also in 4 years, and that is with like many of the mappers, and all efforts go to them, and big applause to them. One of the best things in this is that we really worked on the quality mapping instead of putting on the quantity mapping. So we still have like loads of countries to go. It's like maybe 25% of the countries just map at the moment, but this is currently it's very good at the moment for a general user to navigate through one side of the country to another side. Alright, so after the launch, what we had? All the excitement, yes, we had excitement. So what we did, okay, let's start from our hometowns, because that's the place we know the best. So we started from our hometowns, and we draw all the roads. Usually the hometowns we come from are not very big, so we finish them in a few days, so that's all. What we do next then, we draw like everything there, roads, schools, hospitals, but all the main features, major things. If we go on some of the other mapping platforms, we will see that people putting their personal information on this. But one of the reasons we like MapMaker is that it has a control on these things. So this map is basically for a good quality and for a good use. Not instead of putting your personal information and just showing up, oh look at there, at my home is there. But once we were out of our hometowns, what we see other mappers. So we were like a bit surprised. Well, there are more people as well who are mapping the map. So we're like, hey, who are you then? And that was like an engagement, and we'll see like interaction coming through other people, what they are doing, what we are doing. It made it an artificial lake, which submerged like 4 villages in 3 months. So if you see here, this is what we had at the time of the landslide. And if I just mention here, this was the area where the landslide happened, and there are like few more villages here. They all submerged in this area underwater. So we had over 25,000 people who were cut off from the rest of the country. And this road, which is 22 kilometers long, which was submerged in the water, we didn't have any access to the further down. And so we engaged the MapMaker community, basically. France Lamy is here, and she's from google.org. They hold a small community about the disaster response. So we came on together with the mapping stuff. We thought if we map the area, we'll have a better understanding of what we are having in that area. So the rescue efforts and the relief efforts will just speed up with that. And this is what we had after mapping. We engaged the community, the local community. We didn't have the local community as much, but we had a local GIS expert, which was he was from one of the villages, and his family was one of the affectees. So he suffered from the same thing which other people suffer from the area. So he was very much into this, helping out. So for 3 months he was sending us KML files in Google Earth, and he's been updating us from ground for 3 months that this is the situation at the moment, and we were updating the map accordingly, and this is what you see in like a month time after the landslide. And this helped initiate the rescue and relief efforts a lot. This was used by the local organizations, international organizations, to reach the people. Unfortunately, we still have problem. As you can see, the river is no more because this whole area is still the artificial lake. So it's cut off between those, but they have no alternative route at the moment, which is a temporary one until they fix the problem. So we made a one-page website, which is basically came up with the Google.org. Yeah. What we did, we used the Google Maps API, and that's what we could only use because we had the maps. If we didn't have the map, there was no use of this. So we had this one, and